What's up guys, welcome back to a new Dying Light 2 video. So yeah, we've gotten the showcase of all the new gameplay from the creators that got to play the game. Unfortunately, that wasn't me. But yeah, my overall thoughts right now, the game looks pretty solid. There's some problems here and there I'm going to probably cover in the future. Other than a few minor problems, everything seems to be looking great. But there has been quite a bit of confusion about multiple things going on in the game, some features in the game and other things. One of the main ones has actually been the sprinting feature that the game has now, or doesn't have now, I guess I could say. So this all started when the IGN review came out and the reviewer actually said there was no sprint button, which kind of caught a lot of people off guard because a lot of the people that even played the game thought there actually was a sprint button at first. That's just how seamless it actually is on controller. Instead of clicking down L3 to sprint, it's actually just like a slight gradual sprint animation. It's not even gradual, I would say. It's more so just starting to jog and then sprinting after like a second. I mean, it's really just looks exactly the same. So there's going to be pretty much no problem with this on console. Like I said before, the people that even went there, like Aussie and Oni Zombies, were there and they actually thought they were using the sprint button the whole time, which is kind of funny. So that's how seamless it actually is. You won't even really notice it on console. The only question I really have about it at this point is going to be the keyboard gameplay, because as we know, if you're on keyboard, which maybe the majority of you might not be, but for those of you who are, basically if we go with this sort of system with no sprint button, if you press down the W key, I mean, you're just going to start sprinting outright and you can't really walk, I guess. A lot of people have been referring to like Mirror's Edge. I've never played it, but apparently there's like a push to walk button in that game, if I'm correct. I hope people are telling me the right things. So, you know, people were kind of speculating, are we going to have like a push to walk button on keyboard now? Is it going to be a traditional shift to sprint button? The other thing I haven't mentioned is that there's actually a dash feature in the game as well. And this is basically only used for when you climb up on a ledge, and it basically just says press L3 to get a small dash boost. So yeah, every time you sort of parkour up or climb up something, you can dash out of the animation. So there's that on keyboard as well. We're going to have a separate button to use for that. Or maybe we'll just be able to use the shift button, I'm not sure. If we do have a traditional to shift to sprint, we could probably just use shift. But if we had like some sort of shift walking button, which would be weird to me, but other people are saying it's actually more common than I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But if we do actually have something like that, then I would think we would need a different key to dash, which would just be kind of weird to have that many keys for movement. The whole thing really isn't a massive deal, but it is just kind of a bit odd that they went with this, and this kind of just came out of nowhere, it feels like. And the main reason I'm making the video, like I said at the beginning, is because a lot of people are confused about this right now. Some people I see in Discord think there is a sprint button. Some people think there isn't. It's just kind of all over the place. You know, at first we kind of just thought the IGN guy was full of it, like kind of just like, what is this guy even talking about? Because we also had another article by some other company, I forget who, but they said the drop kick wasn't in the game, which is false. It's actually in the game. So we thought that was just another case of, you know, one of these big companies getting it wrong, but it actually wasn't. Just to give my opinions on the subject more for the keyboard, I guess, for those of you who are on PC, I personally don't like the idea of a shift to walk button. It just doesn't, it doesn't wrap around my mind well. It just makes sense for me to hold shift down to run, even if sometimes we have to hold it down obnoxiously long. I mean, that's just, that's how every other game I've ever played is. I mean, I don't know, maybe there's, like I said, people have been telling me there's actually some games with push to walk, which I've never played any of them, but I don't know. To me, it sounds super weird. Let me know in the comments below. Do you mind if it's a push to walk type of system, I guess? Or do you want the traditional sprint to run? We're going to have more topics to cover in the days to come here that I'm going to be posting videos on. But I just wanted to make this video quick to clear up any confusion. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.